Learn how to make money online.
But let's talk about Wesellgoodtraffic. Okay, Wesellgoodtraffic is another advertising agency. Okay, again, it's a separate company from MOBE. This one, instead of selling you clicks, you get the buyer leads. Okay, and this is specifically set up to help people get 21-step buyer leads. So we go and generate the buyer leads, and we do this on a fairly mass scale. Some months we are spending over $500,000 doing this on a large quantity. Okay, so we might go and buy, it could be 3,000 buyer leads, 3,000 people who paid the $49. We go and buy the buyer leads. Now we pay a lot more than $49 for them, I can tell you that. You might wonder, well, why? Why would you go and pay more than $49 to get a $49 buyer? And the answer is, well, you can make a loss on the front end, but as long as you have a good back-end sales process like we do in the 21 steps, then you can make it all back up. So does it make sense for you to go and spend $200 for a $49 buyer? Does that make sense? Most people who don't know anything about marketing would say no. They would say, no, that doesn't make sense. Why would you spend $200, make back $49, you'd be out of pocket $151. Well, if there's a good back-end sales process like silver, gold, titanium, platinum, diamond, then on those back-end commissions, they will make up for that front-end loss. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, let me know, but I hope that does. So we spend a lot more than the $49 to get a $49 buyer lead. But we do that because we know once all the numbers average out, on the back end we're going to make up for it, and we're going to make our profit margin. At least that's our objective. There's no guarantees when it comes to buying buyer leads. The only part that is guaranteed is that when you buy these buyer leads from us, they will be delivered to your account. So in other words, let's say you wanted to get 50 buyer leads. Okay, so that's 50 people who paid $49, and you wanted to have them all moved to your account. Well, it would be guaranteed that they would all be moved into your back office. So you would be able to log into your back office at mobeoffice.com, and you would be able to go and see all of their email addresses and who these people are. Okay, that part's guaranteed. Now you're always going to have a refund ratio. Okay, that's part of the business, and from this traffic source, that can be higher than normal. It is higher than normal. It can be 10%, it can be 15%. Some cases it can even be higher, but it's unlikely that it's going to be more than 15%. So if you were to go and buy, let's say 50 buyer leads, and you have 10% of them refund, then that's 5 of them where you don't get the commission on the $49. Okay, that would be clawed back. Okay, but the part that is guaranteed is that the buyer lead, as soon as they come in, within 24 hours, we move them under your account. Okay, and the majority of them aren't going to refund. That's part of the business. Like I said, it might be 10% who do, and that's just part of it. The 90% who don't, or the 85% who don't, if they upgrade, okay, if they go through the 21 steps, which they will, and a coach will be reaching out to them, calling them, just like they do for all 21-step clients, if they upgrade, you get all those commissions. Okay, so let's say you're a diamond consultant, and you were to buy these 50 buyer leads, and let's say that 5 of them refunded, and now you've got 45 left. Well, a percentage of them will be uncontactable, and they will remain on step 0. Again, that's part of the business. But the rest will start moving through the 21 steps. Now, some might get stuck on step 3, and that customer disappears. They suddenly become unresponsive. That happens from time to time. But they will progress through the 21 steps, and our coaches will be calling them back. So let's say that one of them gets to step 6. They hear about the Silver Masterclass and they buy. You just made a $1,250 commission. Now they continue through the 21 steps. They decide to come on board as a Diamond Consultant. They get the Diamond Mastermind, and you're qualified, you're positioned at the Diamond Mastermind level. Well, you just made close to $20,000 from the silver, gold, titanium, platinum, and diamond product sales. Okay, so you've gone and brought 50 buyer leads, and let's say you get lucky and you have one of them get everything up until diamond. Okay, and I'm not saying that's typical at all. It's unlikely that you're going to have that, but it does happen from time to time. Okay, like I said, the numbers average out, and overall we do have this as a profitable traffic source. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be doing it. But let's say you have someone who goes on and they get everything up until diamond. Well, you get all those back in commissions. So there's a lot of different packages. Again, if you're going to do this, I would recommend you do it with some significant volume. I wouldn't mess around doing 4 buyer leads, because 4 buyer leads, I mean, you're not going to get significant sales from that. It's unlikely. I recommend you start off on the leader package. It is a bigger price, of course. You get more of the 21-step buyers. But let's say you get 18 21-step buyers. You're going to have a percentage of those refund. That's, again, part of the business. Okay, that happens. But the rest of them will be in the 21 steps. And it's possible you might get your first silver masterclass sale. It's possible that person might then also get the titanium mastermind. So you make $1,250 and then you make a $3,300 commission on titanium. And then it's possible they might even go further than that. Here's what I want you to really understand. Any of these marketing strategies that we do, these are long-term marketing strategies. So do not look to get a positive ROI within 3 days or within 7 days. It's not going to happen. Okay, it's extremely unlikely. It really is. So sometimes I'll see people who they might go and get the professional package, for instance, and they might get 36 buyer leads. And if they haven't made a good profit on those buyers within 7 days, they think something's gone wrong. You can't build the business like that. Okay, you have to have a much longer term perspective. So if you did get 36 buyer leads, you might have one of them, okay, who gets everything up until titanium. So you made $1,250 plus the titanium $3,300 commission. Okay, so that's about $4,500, somewhere around that. But you invested $9,000. You brought $9,000. So are you going to be happy with that? Well, probably not at first. However, that person, let's say 3 months later, they attend the Titanium Mastermind. They love it so much that they decide, you know what, I now want to go to Platinum. And I want to go to Diamond too. So now they get those programs. And if you're a Diamond consultant yourself, well, you've just made $5,500 on the Platinum, $10,000 on the Diamond. That's another $15,500 in addition to the $4,500 you already made. So now you're at close to $20,000 in commissions. Are you going to be happy with those results? Of course you would. Okay, anyone would be happy with those results. And I see this just time and time again. I see people who will get buyer leads for the 21 steps. And 3 months later or 6 months later, sometimes it might even be later, they'll suddenly get a surprise titanium or platinum or diamond commission. Okay, so you've got to take a long-term perspective. Long-term, I'm talking more like 3 to 6 months minimum. Okay, that's how you've got to look at it. Now, obviously, we want to get results much faster than that, and sometimes you will. Sometimes you'll get results really quick. I've seen people within their first 30 days, they get buyer leads and suddenly they made a really good profit within 30 days. So it does happen. But I don't want to mislead you and tell you that you're suddenly going to double your money within a week. Okay, that's unlikely. All right, so if you go into this, just know you've got to have a long-term perspective. So for example, here's a client. We've got so many people who've got Wesellgoodtraffic buyer leads and they've got amazing results. Again, you can really improve the results with your follow-up.